Second video of the day. Who here has health issues? Probably a few. When I had my cyst in my brain, the doctors said that my life is going to change a little bit because, when you go through something like I did, it changes you not physically but mentally. You feel indestructible, but then suddenly what happened to me, and then you feel vulnerable, very vulnerable, which I was. I felt like I was defeated. I had, I was doing really good, I had a great job, my marriage failed. So really all I had left was my job and my kids. So between the two, I had my kids and, you know, when you're faced with you're dying or you could die, it's very real in your head and really messes with your head mentally. And then when you survive, you're like, okay, great, survived. But then I came out to a divorce, which, didn't really help me much. It kind of hurt. I did a lot of sadistic shit to and we like I said, me and my ex-wife, we did a lot of things to each other. Like we were just really angry at each other, and we were both wrong. We needed to stop, like, hating each other, and we did. And now today we talk and we're good friends. Like, we're not good friends, but I mean, I can text her, ask her how she's doing or how everything's going. And you know when you when you like when I was young, when I was 5, I had walking pneumonia, to the point to where I was skin and bones. Doctors gave me a limited one on that one because they said I could have died with that one too. So that's twice I faced something where, like, at least the first time I was young, I was 5, I didn't understand. I know nothing from nothing. I just knew I was staying home for like a week and I had no choice because if I didn't take the antibiotics and I had asthma, really bad asthma too with pneumonia, I could have potentially been gone. I could have just went to sleep one night and not woken up, which was real. But I was too young to realize that. But then when I had my cyst, I was old enough to realize it. Shit got real. I had to look at my life from, like, with the way everything was going, and the doctor saying, did you have these when you were younger? Did you have headaches when you were younger? Did this happen? Did that happen? And what happened was I couldn't remember. So there were a lot of things in my life that they said it could have affected because it was in the brain and it was swelling in a part of the brain that was in the back of the brain to, like, the nerve center. And maybe that explains some of my issues when I was a kid because I was a very tough kid to deal with. So now after the surgery, I get headaches. And when you have a cyst that causes a headache, every time you have a headache, sometimes if it lasts for a long time, you think the worst. And you get a little, how can I say this? You get very selfish because you start thinking, oh my God, this is it. This one's going to take me. They rediscovered another cyst in 2017. And I had my first one in 2006. They can't find it now because it's really small, thank God. Because, when they told me they found one, I was thinking that I'm just checking out this time. This is second. I'm like four. I'm in my 40s. This is not good. So I feared the worst, and I got selfish. And in my relationship, I got selfish because I was like, listen, I said I could die. I could die. She had issues too, and then she has issues that are very serious as well. and, you know, like you get selfish. And then you start thinking, well, I got to plan ahead because if I don't plan ahead, I go, there ain't nothing left for my kids. There ain't nothing left for me. I'm going to make the best of what I got. And you get selfish, which I got selfish. I turned inward instead of outward. I didn't look for her support. I pushed for my own support, saying, well, if you're not there, what am I going to do? Which was a very real thing for me because, when I got divorced the first time, it just got real when I was by myself. And it's like I'm going at it alone. It's and I always thought she was going to leave, which, you know, I had to step back and think like I did this wrong, I did that wrong, and I did. I did a lot of things wrong because I was worried about my situation. And you know what? She had a situation going as well. So, what do you do? Well, you can't do really anything. Like at this point, it basically fizzled out my relationship. Our relationship has fizzled out at this point. So, now it's like just survival. Like we're both going to move on to our own things. Me, I'm looking like by September, October, I'm going to have a new life someplace else, not here. And, it's very real. And, I got selfish. I made mistakes. After COVID, it just seems like everything went to hell, and I let it get to hell. And I let everything affect me and bother me where I snap, I get angry, which is a reason why I'm doing these videos. I still have my days where I snap and I get angry, and I'm wrong for doing it. But when I do it, I start to think, damn, why didn't I follow my own advice? I left it in a video. Why did I not follow my own advice? And you know what? This is why I say you will slip. You will have days where you're going to just explode, go off the charts, want to just yell, scream, be angry, be hateful. And that's not how I want to be. She tells me I'm a good person. It's just what I did. And, like physically, I'm not able to perform certain tasks physically. I'm not going to go into detail, but certain areas I cannot perform, which happened after my surgery. Well, actually, it didn't happen. I had it before it was bad, but after the surgery, I think that was the final nail in the coffin. It affected my certain drive that I can't really do that good anymore. Enough to where, I can't perform like that. So, I let it affect me. I let it depress me. I let it get against me. When something went wrong, I was like, damn, like what the hell? And I get angry instead of thinking about her and trying to get her to her point, which I didn't a lot of the times. And I was too wrapped up in what I couldn't do and ended up hurting a very good relationship, I think we had. We're still, it's hard right now because we're transitioning out of this relationship. So, she gets upset with certain things I say. I get upset with certain things she says. And it's just one ugly situation after another if we don't go to our own places and just not say anything and just think about what we're going to say. Sometimes I don't think about what I'm going to say, and sometimes she don't think about what she's going to say. And that happens. And it's not a good thing. I always preach that I want to talk, but sometimes talking, you got to remember too, you got to mind what you say and how you say it. which is what I don't do, which is what I hate to work on. When I have to work on that, I have to work on that big time. So, always thinking the worst has just done nothing but put me in situations I'm in today. How do I fix that? Well, I can't now. So now I'm moving on. Now, if I move on and one day she comes back, hey, I'm aware of my situation, aware of my issues. I'm going to fix them myself for me. And what am I going to do for her? Well, if she comes back, I promise I will work on that. But doesn't look like that's going to happen now. So I'm just happy that she's still in my life as a friend. And it's going to be a transition. And don't get wrapped up. If you have issues, there are other people that have worse issues than you. And you let it wrap up and cloud your judgment and make you think about you, which is very selfish. Don't be selfish. Think about the people around you, what they're going through, what they're doing. You wrap yourself, will you have your bad days? Yes, like I said, I have my bad days, you'll have your bad days. But we won't make it an everyday thing. We'll have our bad days. So when I get my headaches, sometimes I get irate and nasty because when you got a pain in your head that just stays there, it makes you a very difficult person to deal with. And I need to learn to not talk to anybody when that happens because I get very snappy because I'm in pain in my head and it causes pain and it affects my body and everything. So therein lies the problem. So it's a life lesson I have to learn. Like I said, karma comes up on you. So what I need to say is if you're going through a bad health situation, don't take it out on your partner. Don't take it out on your friends. Don't take it out on your family. Share with them what they share with them and, ask for support. If you feel a certain way, ask for support. Don't keep it from them and then keep it to yourself. And then you get wrapped up in yourself that you don't see anything but yourself, which is wrong. It's really wrong. So my advice is if you're going through these health issues like I did, or if you're going through a worse situation than I am, there are people out there that will talk to you doctors, family, friends. There are people out there. You just need to reach out, and maybe that will make you feel better and make you feel better about what's going on, and at least make you understand more about what's going on. I appreciate your time. This is going to be the last video for the day. I got a couple of ones I'm going to work on, but that's going to probably be like later in the week. So just remember, if you have health issues or if you have problems, don't wrap yourself up in you. There are people that want to help you, but you need to help them as well. And maybe in helping them, that can get your mind off of whatever situation you're going through. And I need to take my own advice. Like I said, not perfect. I'm never claimed to be. I'm not going to be over anybody. And there are people out there with worse situations than mine. So have a great day. And I hope you have a good rest of the week. And I will be doing a video probably around maybe in a couple of days. I got a couple of topics I'm working on that. I'm looking through my journal in my from years ago and what's going on with it, what's going on in my life. And I was trying to work through there too. Because there was a lot of things going on at the time. A lot. So thank you very much for your time and have a great day and a great week.